So listen, y'all. We have like a week left. I think we have kind of like almost nearly a week left before a lot of things kick off with this project. But just know like this right here, and like I said, with the Saitama V1, everything that we went through in V1 and everything that we seen in V1, okay, was a learning experience, not just for the investors, but for the developers too. Okay, like I said, the developers use a lot of those delays or whatever like that. I would just call them delays. I don't like saying setbacks because that's saying that, you know, really somebody failed and all that. I don't think it was a fail. You know, they use all of those delays as kind of like stepping stones, okay, to get where they are at. All right, now we go back and we look at a lot of things that went on with the Saitama V1 project and all of that stuff like that. Okay, we had some learning experience. One of the learning experiences was from what was it? When we were doing the CERTIC, okay, and the CERTIC was taking long and all of that stuff. Okay, now we had a lot of delays, and also when they were working like within the app and all of that stuff, we had a lot of delays with that also because they were trying to do like complex stuff. And I think some of the complex stuff they were trying to do, not I think, but I know some of the kind of complex stuff that they wanted to do was, build a good defense system, within SAITAMASK. Okay, and I told you that we built that good defense system and we're bringing it over to SAITAMASK Pro and all of that stuff. But when you go back, okay, the short history of Saitama version 1, and you look at everything they've done, all of that stuff should have been a learning experience, okay? And now I know we have some individuals that are kind of not, as happy, and they're saying, well, I see some delays in the future or whatever like that. At least right? If we get delays, at least that if Saitama gets delays, that things will still work out. Okay, because you have to have patience. This is not a conventional project. This is a complex project. This is what Russ is also continuing to point out. This is a complex project right here. Okay, and look, if any delays or anything happens, you have to know that it's the norm and it's part of the project. Okay, it's part of the process also. It's part of the project and it's part of the process. It's part of the project because it's a complex project. Okay, and it's a process to get a lot of these complex projects like this where it needs to be. Okay, so we see delays like when CERTIC comes. I'm telling you right now, I don't think CERTIC is going to be a breeze because it's going to be so much for CERTIC to be looking at. Okay, now we know that we know how CERTIC took a long time last time to check out that V1 contract. And look, this is a V1 contract we're talking about. We're talking about the V1 contract here. Okay, I know it took a while for them to look at things, but like I said, they were looking at things that they were not used to looking at. Okay, it were things that they had to double check. Okay, so when we get this V2, all right, you got to understand that this is going to be more complex than the V1, which means it's going to take a little bit of time for CERTIC and any other audit resource, okay, to check this contract out. All right, so we got to look at that. Remember, it's a learning experience. Okay, that there may be delays, but you're prepared for it. It's going to work out in the end. All right, and then after that, we have the team continuously building within SAITAMASK Pro. Now, what did we learn about SAITAMASK? We learned that things could get kind of difficult, okay, when trying to build within an unconventional product. Okay, now we're going to an even more advanced product with SAITAMASK Pro, and they're going to get the building within that. Okay, so we have to know that when they get the building within this platform right here, that things are going to take time. Things are not going to always go your way. Okay, and things are not just going to just fall in line like that. There's still going to be some learning on the way, because just as SAITAMASK 1 and version 1 of Saitama, this was new to them. A lot of things are going to be new, or they're going to run into some new stepping stone issues. That's what I'm gonna start calling them, stepping stone issues. A lot of individuals say issues. I say stepping stone issues, okay? But they're gonna run into some issues and some stepping stone issues to get them to where they need to go. Everything is going to be a process. Okay, so when things like this happen, we should be prepared. We should already be prepared. We're a year in already. I know we've learned something. Okay, we're a year in. Okay, so none of this should, at least to the investors who've been around for the year, or at least the last 5 months. Okay, now if you've seen a lot of stuff that Saitama has went through, okay, then you know what to expect. Okay, you should not be stressed out about anything. All right, but to a lot of new investors, I just wanted to tell you all that we have been around Saitama for a year, and we have seen some things. We've seen the ups, we've seen the downs, but we've seen the good that has come from a lot of the stepping stone downs. Okay, they weren't complete downs; they were stepping stone downs, which is actually a positive, because without the stepping stone, we wouldn't have had the best defense system. Okay, in SAITAMASK, which is now going over to SAITAMASK Pro. All right, y'all have to understand that. Okay, so we've been around for a year, and for the new investors out there, okay, anything that happens, that is kind of delayed or anything like that, all right, it's just temporary, okay, and things are going to eventually work out. Now, the thing is this also. Now, if Saitama had their stepping stone delays, okay, I'm making up my own terms here. Look, if Saitama had their own stepping stone delays, and out of those stepping stone delays, they got the best defense system out of SAITAMASK. Okay, although SAITAMASK, I know people say, well, they was disappointed with SAITAMASK. You have to understand, SAITAMASK was not meant to be perfect. All right, I see a lot of individuals saying I see a lot of individuals saying, they were disappointed with SAITAMASK. Okay, I see a lot of that, saying they were disappointed with SAITAMASK, but a lot of individuals do not point out that the good that we got out of SAITAMASK. Okay, so look, if you think that they can get the best defense system out of a half done SAITAMASK version 1, what do you think they're going to get out of V2? Okay, what do you think they're going to get out of Pro? Okay, they're going to get the best of the best out of the version 2 of this project. All right, and I have no doubt, okay, I have no doubt that they're going to be one of the best projects out there when it's all said and done. All right, so I wanted to bring this to your attention. So I want people to ponder this stuff right here. Okay, anything that happens, any kind of delays that happen, all right, it's only going to be temporary. Okay, it's not going to be permanent. They're always going to come out at the end. All right, so remember, okay, every now will be history tomorrow, and you either have patience in this crypto investing space, or you lose in the end, and you do not want to be a loser. This is my video. I will catch you all on the up and up. Outie.